Hi everybody, and welcome to our final project presentation. So for our instructional design project, our group decided to focus on 5th grade gifted mathematics support. And now before I kind of walk you through this website, I just want to give you some background information regarding the topic focus for this project. So during the initial meeting with our SME, several learning problems were brought to our attention, including gifted support. And our SME's biggest concern was that throughout the past couple of years, the gifted students at the 5th grade level hadn't been making adequate yearly progress, and they really weren't showing much growth on the statewide assessments. And the SME's greatest frustration lied within the recent changes within the gifted program. And gifted students at the intermediate level used to be pulled out each week for a given amount of time to work on accelerated math projects and different activities that would really enhance their learning. And this recently stopped, making it the classroom teacher's full responsibility to provide that support. And the SME discussed how difficult it was to provide daily enrichment opportunities for students that truly extended their learning and deepened their understanding, like these projects and activities used to do when they were pulled out of class. And she wanted to find a way to provide more independent enrichment opportunities for her gifted students, so that way she could still work with all the other different levels in the classroom during instructional time, yet still reach that group of students who needed that extended support. And so after talking with her, our group decided that the best way to meet our SME's needs and solve this learning problem would be to create a website where students can learn new concepts at their own pace and still keep in communication with their teacher in a different manner. So the first step to creating this website was to actually get some feedback from the students. And what we did was we created a Google form for the student needs assessments. And this was just to really gain some deeper understandings about their learning styles and preferences, and to also verify that students were being challenged in the general education setting and needed some additional support. And so we asked them certain questions like what their greatest strength was. I'm not going to read all of them, but just want to show you a couple of them. What area of math they felt was most challenging, the types of activities that they enjoy the most. And this was one we were really interested in, because if we were creating something independent for them, we wanted to incorporate activities that they enjoyed so they would be excited about their learning. And we also asked them how they like to learn new things. And also, one of the most important parts of the survey was to also make sure that a website was appropriate, because we wanted the students to have a comfort level with technology. And if they didn't, then we would have to find a different means for delivery. But we wanted to see how comfortable they were with technology. And there are a couple more questions as well on here, but I want to show you some of the results from this survey. And we also wanted to know what their greatest strength was, because we didn't want to incorporate that into the website if that was something that the majority felt like was an ease to them. So for example, multiplication was something that was really something that was a strength for most of the kids. So we weren't going to include, a certain module on just multiplication if all the kids have a great understanding of that. But this was extremely helpful to see the areas that they felt were most challenging, and geometry was actually one of the biggest ones. So that was extremely helpful, because we knew that from this result that we wanted to include that on our website. And also, this is when I was talking about earlier, the activities. We found out that most of them, they love games. 100% enjoy games the most. So we definitely knew that we wanted to include that as well. And then it was verified too. I just want to get you to that. It was verified that most of the kids don't feel challenged on a regular basis. A 9, that was our biggest percentage. 9 felt that they were really challenged, and 3 felt like that they were never challenged. So 12 of the 17, that's a lot, saying that they rarely or never feel challenged. And then also 76% said that they had a very good comfort level with technology, so we knew right away that a website would be an appropriate means for delivery. So going back to the website, after getting that data and analyzing it, we sat back down with our SME and decided upon the best website to use, and also decided upon the different content that we wanted to include. And so first and foremost, we decided on a Google site, because students, they all are very comfortable with Google. They all have their own Google account and have used a lot of the different applications like Slides and Docs and Sheets. So they have a very good comfort level with that. And since they're going to be working independent on this, we wanted them to have that comfort going into that. And then also, we decided to include some content on here that was 5th grade and also some content that was 6th grade. And the content that is 6th grade, all the students already have the background knowledge and the skills that they need to allow them to complete and learn the 6th grade standards. So we wanted to make sure that we included skills that weren't too challenging, but challenging enough. So our different content on here, we decided on different modules. We decided on fractions, rates and ratios, decimals and percents, surface area and volume, and then representing and interpreting data. And now I'm just going to kind of walk you through the different pages on our website, kind of show you what's on here, what the kids are going to see. So first and foremost, when the kids get to the site, they are taken to the home page. And on the home page, there is this fixed navigation bar that is there no matter what page you're on. And this is just very helpful to have that so students aren't looking to, where to go to get to the next activity. It's there, it's in the same spot on all pages, so that way it's easy to access. And on the home page, they're going to see a little welcome with introduction, followed by different directions. There is an introduction to Voki, which they have to go to a different website just because the permission from Voki, we couldn't get it embedded on there. So they will watch that little introduction Voki. Next comes the goals and objectives and the correlated Ohio learning standards for 5th and 6th grade. Down below is a site navigation video, and this just kind of shows students how to navigate through the website, kind of like I am showing you right now. But it's just really good for the kids to have in case they have questions and the teacher isn't available. They can watch this video to answer some of the questions they might have. And then finally, on the home page are some how-to videos, and these are just quick little Google videos that show them how to do certain features that they'll have to use while completing some of the activities on the site. And this was suggested by our SME because sometimes the kids forget how to do these, and if, again, the teacher isn't available, they can watch the videos and remember how to do those certain things. So things like copying a Google Docs, adding comments to a doc, and sharing a Google Doc. And then on each of the pages, there is a button on the bottom where they can proceed to the next activity, or again, they can go to that fixed navigation bar at the top. So I'm just going to go to the next module. This is the first module here, and all the modules are set up in the same way, and I'm not going to go through all the content on here, but every single module opens up with a home bar or a header. And then there is always going to be an overview of what that module is. Then there's going to be a set of directions so the kids know exactly what to do. And then there's also always going to be a pre-assessment, so that way the teacher can see how much growth they've made throughout that module. So the kids will take that. And then there's always going to be different ways that the kids can learn the content. So here are some different edu-puzzles that the kids will watch and answer some of the questions that are included on the edu-puzzles. That way they're grasping the concepts. So there's a couple of different videos, And then another means of delivery for that content, which is just a slideshow that the kids can go on through, just to learn that content again. And then there's always going to be a couple of different activities for the kids to complete. So this is one where they'll have to make a copy and then do some practice. And then because they love games so much, we try to include games on all of the different modules. So there's a couple of different games that they can go to and play. And then always an application activity. So here are some application challenges. These are also like little mini games. And then a final summative assessment. So all of the modules are set up in the same way. Again, we're not going to go through all of them, but as you can see, overview, directions, pre-assessment, some videos, some games, and then a final project. So we have the rates and ratios, followed by decimals and percents. And it was important for us that all these modules were set up in the same way, so that way the kids know what to expect when they go to each of the different modules. And then a post-assessment again. Okay, and then I just want to show with you the last few. So there's a surface area and volume, and we wanted to make sure that was included because that's what the kids said that they had a lot of trouble with. So again, that's the surface area and volume page, again set up in the same manner with the videos, the pre and post assessments, the different games and learning activities. And then again, a different way of content delivery, so that way students, if they don't like watching videos, they can look at the slideshow to learn it as well. And then also the final summative assessment. And we really wanted to try to make the summative assessment something that were authentic so they can apply it to real life. So all of the different summative assessments are application and making sure that they're connecting to real life, just so that the kids know how important it is for a daily basis. And then finally, Module 5 was representing and interpreting data. Again, same setup as always, just for that comfort level. So that is going to take you through all the different modules and then back to the home page. And we got really good feedback from the kids. They all love the different games. We got high ratings on that. And the students we gave them student feedbacks throughout. And here's just an example of a feedback form that we had the kids fill out just to see what kind of improvements that they noticed. This wasn't the first one. This was the second or third one we had them do. But were there improvements that they noticed? What topic they find most challenging? We wanted to make sure if any of the videos or slideshows were unclear or unappealing that we got rid of them and found different ones. And something that we wanted to really make sure was that they had access to all of the different documents, which took us a while to figure out, but with the feedback, the kids were really able to help us pinpoint the ones that they weren't able to get to. And then also the suggestions that they had. We didn't have as many games to begin with, but they really gave us good feedback. They love the games, so we added some more to each module. So that was really going to take you through all of it. We want to thank everybody for their feedback on our project and thank our instructor, Dr. Sai, for her support throughout this project. And we hope you all enjoy. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.